You might be wondering why there's a pirate flag behind me. What's up, cyberspace? Mike here. It's been a while since I did some movie pickups, and this is over, I guess, a few months. I kind of went a little bit more of a horror movie run this time, and also got some soundtracks that I think are pretty cool. But first, I found this. I think this was a new release, Shout Factory, Transformers the movie. I haven't watched it yet, but I have seen it recently, but I haven't watched it, Shout Factory's transfer of it yet. I heard it's really good. Really, actually, a lot of these are Shout and Scream Factory releases. Picked this one up the other day. I've never seen it. I know the twist, Sleepaway Camp. I think the reason why I haven't watched it is because I know the twist. Nothing against the twist. It's just, it's hard to watch a movie when you know how it ends. And this is a Scream Factory release. And what I dig about these is the reversible cover. I might flip that one around because that's pretty iconic. This is another Shout Factory release. It's actually a Shout Select release. And I did flip this one around because I like the original cover art. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. Also haven't seen this one, can't wait to check it out. Sort of a cult classic. Pretty anxious to watch that one. It's my kind of movie, I know that already. Another one from Scream Factory, Night of the Comet. This is a pretty cool zombie movie. It's like what I say, Night of the Living Dead meets Valley Girl. That's pretty much it. I kind of like this artwork. So it too has the reversible, the original. Never a big fan of that, but I kind of like that. It's pretty cool. It almost has a like a comic book vibe to it. Definitely fits the mood of the movie. This next one, I watched this movie a long time ago, and this is the only Lionsgate Vestron video, I think. Yeah, that's the only one I have. I heard a lot of good things about their releases, so I thought I'd check out The Gate. I'm a huge Bruce Campbell fan, and finally got to pick up Maniac Cop. Double feature here. I almost got this on Blu-ray, but I was kind of juggling the price of it. The Blu-ray was pretty expensive, and this I got for less than 10 bucks. And it's the double feature of House and House 2, the second story. Legend. Visually beautiful movie. I mean, it is visually just stunning. Plot gets a little muddled. It does get a little bit boring, but if you're looking for some eye candy, like 80s eye candy, check that out. The next two films that I got are Criterion Collection releases. Been wanting to get this one for a while. The book it's based on is one of my favorite books of all time, Watership Down. This is probably the oldest animated movie that I have, and they transferred it to Blu-ray. Great, it looks fantastic. The story itself takes out some cool parts of the book that I really wanted to see in the movie, especially near the end. And if you've read the book and seen the movie, you might know what I'm talking about, of how Hazel gets back to the Warren. It's sort of a big part in the book. Very suspenseful, and they just totally skip over it in the movie. But other than that, I think it's a great version of the book. and read that book. That's a cool book. It's about rabbits, but it's extremely bloody. This next one, I haven't even opened this one yet. I've had this on my radar for a while. David Cronenberg's Videodrome. Actually, I haven't even opened that up yet. Let's open it. Always love opening. Oh, that's cool. Looks like a videotape. Neighbors are setting off fireworks. So that's, and I think that's supposed to be a Betamax. So that's cool. Where's the disc? I've never been let down by a Criterion Collection release. So it comes with a cool booklet. Probably can't show that picture. So next I got some soundtracks, and they're all on vinyl. Since Corey couldn't do a video this week, he's working out of town, he couldn't do any pickups. So I'll take up the mantle. I got some soundtracks here on vinyl. Now the first one was given to me by the fella in the Alien Covenant review that we did a few weeks ago, the Hillbilly Heartthrob himself. He sent this to me. It is the soundtrack to one of my favorite movies of all time, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Also think that's one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. It's just, Ennio Morricone's score is just fabulous. So this one's cool. Kind of picked this one up on eBay. The story of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So I haven't played this yet, but it's got dialogue and music from the original motion picture soundtrack. Yeah. I don't know. I think it might just be like a story, like one of those read along. Has a book with it. So cool artwork. Love that movie. Next two, Ghostbusters 2. So Bobby Brown's On Your Own, that's on the soundtrack. I had it on cassette, the single, growing up, and I probably wore it out. I listened to it so many times. This was a cool one to get on eBay. Got it fairly reasonably priced. The Back to the Future soundtrack. Of course, The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Does have Johnny Be Good on there, so that's cool to check it out. And also, it's Back to the Future. I mean, it's one movie that should never be remade. Ever. And last but not least, this is probably the coolest pickup, in my opinion, I've ever got on this channel. This has been kind of my unicorn for a long time. And this was hands down probably one of my favorite movies growing up. I remember renting the movie all the time, and my dad complaining about how many times I watched it in a day. But I snagged this on eBay, and it's kind of rare, and I dare you to go online and look at the prices for it. And I got this pretty cheap. So awesome. The soundtrack to Teen Wolf. This, if you look up, just look up how hard it is to find this. I've actually been looking for any version of the soundtrack for probably over 10 years. And it was only released on vinyl and CD in 1985. So this is actually a promo copy. See by that hole there? So it was probably given away as a promotion. That's just so they couldn't resell it. But it's in pretty good shape. It's the vinyl itself is in mint condition. The cover's a little beat up, but this is by far, when it comes to movie related stuff, I think this is one of the coolest things I own. So I'm so excited to get this. But yeah, that's not something you see at a yard sale or at a flea market or even in a record store. That's my baby. So that's it for this go around. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. Let me know if you see any of these movies. If you have any comments on them, let me know. And what's your unicorn? You know, going out, whether it's games or music or movie related or anything. Maybe it's a car. What's your unicorn? What's the one thing you've really been looking for? I think that might be a cool subject. So, see you guys later.